Hey everyone, I'm Phil, and this is Everything Spicy. So it is Wednesday night. What do we call Wednesday? What do we call that? Hump day? We got by hump day. It's the evening, so you're over to hump. So you got 2 days left, and then your weekend, Saturday and Sunday. Everybody gets to go and relax, right? Unless, of course, you work like Mike does. He works 7 days a week, 24/7. He doesn't even have time for lunch. He doesn't even eat. He's the fattest person I've never seen eat. Mike's down in the basement giving me shit. Good to see you down there, Mike. Let's start at the top of the list and say hi to the folks that are hanging out with us this evening. We will start with Killdeer Survival. What's up, Killdeer? How you doing, my friend? Good to see you here. Nicole O'Leary, how you doing? Crazy Hands in the basement. B Wizzle's in the house. What's up, B Wizzle? Kimberly Ferris, my friend. What's up, Kimberly Ferris? How you doing, girl? Good to see you. Blake Hurst is in the house, my spicy friend. Hey, fuckers, we doing tonight? What? Hey, fuckers, we doing tonight? I don't understand that. Donald Morris, what's up, man? How you doing? Good to see you, Donald Morris. Good to see you. Oh, Donald just got to chatting away. Fox It Outdoors, Cliff Chaucer, whatever the heck, Fox, whatever your heck your name is. Will the Rocker Will. What's happening, man? How you doing? Good to see you in here, Will. The Rocker Will. Tim from Kirk Whipper Voyager Center. How you doing, Tim? Good to see you, man. Oh, let's keep going there. We got Grace Martin in the house. Did I say B Wizzle? That's a B Wizzle, didn't I? Grace Martin's in the house. What's up, Grace Martin? Good to see you. The Hunt for Ye, Cindy, Chili Bean, Staff Sergeant Mike Hunt. How you doing? Good to see you guys. Oh, my goodness. And Sty North's down in the basement. How you doing, Sty? Good to see you. Riley Dees. What's up, Riley Dees? Good to see you, man. Joan Mick Gilton. What's up, Joan? How you doing? Samantha Lees, of course, she's hanging out with the rest of the Motley crew down in the basement. How you doing? Oh, there's Eric Pollock. There we go. There we go. Let's turn it on. Let's get the burn going, right? There we go. Smooth. Oh, that Everclear. Oh, holy mackerel. Tiger Muskie, what's up, man? Tiger Muskie, New Mexico. What's up, man? Angela Critters is here. What's up, Angela Critters? My friend, Saucy Shane. Check out Saucy Shane, my brother, Saucy Shane. How you doing, man? Cool Kais is in the house. What's up, Cool Kais? How you doing, man? Good to see you in here. Are we getting caught up? Nope. Midwest Duck Slayer. Is there like a northeast Duck Slayer? You're the Midwest. Is there like a northeast and southwest? And are there different ducks? Are there different YouTube channels all different? And then there's like a Deer Slayer? Is there one of those? Anyways, I don't know. Let's keep going through the list of folks that have come in here. Ojisan Arch, what's up, Jim? How you doing, man? Good to see you in here, my friend. We're gonna turn this fan on in here. I'm just starting to yell here, and not even yelling. I'm not even raising my voice hardly. Let's see. Angela Critter's like Jadzia Dax. I saw Jadzia earlier today. I did a half an hour live stream. It was my lunch live stream. Haven't done one in so long. Just took my lunch break. Had a little live stream for half an hour. If you're interested in what we're doing for lunch, we were outside doing live stream. Go check out the one from earlier today. How you doing, Jadzia Dax? The Gibbler 84. What's up, Gibbler? Good to see you. Fiona and Alan, Spice and Easy. Check out my friend Spice and Easy from the UK. How you doing, my friends? Good to see you in here. They were live earlier today. I wondered when they went off of being live, I'm thinking, are they just going to go to bed? Or are they going to come hang out or what? Oh, let's see here. We're going through the list of folks that are here. Are we caught up? The B Lady, one of my newest members, the B Lady. How you doing, B Lady? Taylor to the Stars. What's up, Taylor to the Stars? How you doing? Great to see you in there. B Lady, did you send me your address? Nope. I still got an envelope over here with some stuff for you in it, B Lady, with no address. So please, if you want it, that's fine. If you don't want it, that's fine as well. But if you want the letter and I'm going to put it right here. Where's the email address? There's the email address. You can email it right there, or not email it. Send your mailing address or your post office box or your work address, whatever address you want it to go to. Say it up to catch you. Oh, gee, thanks. All right, let me grab this fan real quick. Holy mackerel. The mouth is a drooling from the tincture. Holy mackerel. Oh, good to see everyone in here. Good to see everybody saying hi to everybody else. Someone new in here tonight. Taylor to the Stars. I think Taylor to the Stars is new. I saw over at Spice and Easy earlier today. So definitely check out Taylor to the Stars. And if you, I mean, most everybody in here knows everybody. But if you're not subscribed to one of these fine channels, check them out. Return the love. So we're all trying to grow channels here, right? We all one day want to be some great big YouTube channel, right? Or no, we're just all having fun with it. Blaine, are you in Illinois? No, Blaine, Lake. Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring up my friends. Now, I've done a little research on what the topic is on my description, right? Marcia Dell, hey Marcy, how you doing? Burn Acres, what's up, man? How you doing? Jason Stavers in the house, what's up? And we're going to talk a little bit about it. Now, where we go from that, I don't know. But I thought, you know what? And we usually stay away from topics like COVID and the riots. I mean, we talk about them a little here and there because you can't get away from them completely, right? You know, you can't just you can't ignore the pink elephant in the room, right? No. But we do the best we can around here. But I thought, you know what? And I saw this today, and I started thinking, you start thinking, what is there a conspiracy going on? What is it exactly that is going on right now in our country as far as COVID goes? Because now our attention, the protests are kind of dying out, but they're still there. COVID's kind of making a resurgence and whatnot, right? So, all right, let me start by bringing people in. I guess I'll bring them in the order they came in. Let's start off with my good friend, Sty North. What's up, Sty? How are you doing?
Good evening, everybody. Thanks, Phil, for having me up.
Well, thanks for being here, man. Or else I'd be here all by myself, except for the other three people.
No, you got a basement full.
And the lovely singing voice of Samantha Lee's Originals, my good friend, Samantha. How are you doing, Samantha?
Good. How are you?
Good. How are you? Great. and someone who just can't quit playing with his tools and picking at shit. We got E-Waste Mike. What's up, Mike? How you doing?
How you doing?
This reminds me of the old days. Whenever I would see Mike on anybody, whether it was his channel or anybody else's channel, he'd be down in the basement at that damn table, tinkering with shit, taking shit apart.
Here I am.
Here he is. And you guys know
Shane, I got your letter today. Whoa, Donald Morris. Awesome.
Oh, hold on. Donald Morris. Thank you. Let's get Donald up on board. And before I get Donald Morris up on the board, one of my favorite people on YouTube, one of my favorite people, and one of my favorite people. Crazy Ann. What's up, Crazy Ann? How are you, my friend?
Hello. How are you doing?
The next Pepto is on me, bro. Thank you, Donald Morris. Well, let's get Donald Morris. Uh-oh. Someone didn't erase the board from last time. Oh. Why don't you guys stick tight? We'll keep the full screen up while I go get something. So I got something here to erase it with.
Loved the picture of you on the horse there, Ann. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Loved it. I had an American paint horse that looked a lot like that one.
Yeah, with a leather jacket. What? Feedback? Is that me?
Look, he's already up here. We're going to erase it right back up again.
Feedback, is that me? Hang on. Is it gone now?
Everything sounds okay to me.
Oh, I got feedback. It was Monica's old horse. It's not old, but it's dead now. Yeah. So yeah. And she could run. Yeah. Yeah, I hadn't been sitting on a horse for like 20 years or something. So yeah, that was fun.
That's been 2 years for me since the last time I was in a saddle. Yeah.
There we go. Donald Morris. Up at the top of the board again tonight.
Hey, Dojo.
Donald is awesome.
Hi,
All right.
everyone. I'm new.
Let's try this again since that seems to be pretty wet still.
And on the horseshoe
Or
going
a little moist up here.
like Blake.
Thank you, my friend. Donald
If you-
Morris.
Well, Crazy Ann, can you tell everything spicy? I just emailed him my address. Thanks. And how to you? Yeah.
All right, there we go. Well, yeah, I check my email all the time, so thank you, B lady. Now we get that. Because I want to make sure you get what you got coming to you.
That don't
That
sound.
sounds okay.
That sounds bad, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You're gonna get what you got coming to you.
Yeah.
Gary Two Sellers in the house. What's up, Gary Two Sellers? Amy and Bailey. What's up? A couple of folks over from Spice and Easy. Dojo. What's up, my brother? How you doing, Dojo? Blake Hurst. We didn't say hi earlier. I think we said hi to you earlier. I'll make sure I didn't miss anybody while I was up showing my ass, putting Donald Morris's name up on the board. Looks like we got everybody covered. Fantastic. All right. So
Thanks, B lady.
if you guys noticed, as you came in, this is kind of a different topic. And Nicole Gibson, what's up? How you doing? So there's a potential. I've read a couple different internet things. There's a potential for 7 states with this whole COVID thing. I'm going to put you guys all back here with me. This whole COVID thing that could go back to full shutdown. Now, a lot of us went to full shutdown. What's up, Lizzie Ann? How you doing? Back in March. Michigan was one of those states, in March where they were as shut down as you could get for 3 weeks easily. And that was grocery stores were open, gas stations. I mean, we still don't have movie theaters in the state of Michigan opened up yet, But we're almost back to what would be considered normal as far as things being open, except for your movie theaters and the fact that, most bars and restaurants, can only do like 50% capacity, right? Spicy D says we're back in lockdown. What's up, Ross Jones? How you doing? No shutdown, right? So again, I'm no expert on all this stuff. I know the CDC has come out. So a lot of what I'm going to talk about, Center for Disease Control and Harvard Global Health Institute. Now, of course, we know some of these, like the Harvard Global Health Institute. I'm going to have a feeling they probably lean a little to the left. I'm just going to go out there and say that, and that might have something. It shouldn't have anything to do with any of their findings, but it might have something to do with their findings. So when they were doing a poll, when they were doing their studies, what's going on right now, the number one state out of 7 states that may experience, Hike with Mike, what's up? Carpy Chris, how you doing? That might experience a full shutdown is Arizona. Arizona is one of those states. Matter of fact, there's a list of states down here at the bottom, 13 potential states, not all of them, but these are states right now, including the U.S. Virgin Islands, which is a U.S. property, that are in a bad situation where they could get full shutdown. So what's up, Johnny Bravo? How are you doing? It's open for businesses. Yeah, there you go. So Arizona, what they say with Arizona is Arizona, for every 100,000 people they got in Arizona, 48 people per every 100,000 are coming down with this. So they are the highest right now of all of the states. And all these states that we're talking about are all on the upswing. Whether they were closed down once and reopened or whatever, all of these states are back on the climb. Again, you guys have been all hearing stuff in the news and stuff about this. I don't know if anybody had heard about Arizona and how bad it was there. I always thought the biggest one would be Texas, but they're not doing it by the number of cases for the size of the state, or else Texas has probably got the most cases right now. But hell, Texas is the size of 4 or 5 states in some cases. Excuse me, needed to get a little water there. And of course, number 2 is Florida. So if any of you guys live in Florida, going to Florida, thinking about going to Florida, Florida is one of those states that are on the rise. I know my folks are talking about coming from Florida mid to late August now for a visit. But they won't be if there's a shutdown. They won't be if they're not letting people leave that state. So, and the way things are looking right now, if all these numbers and stuff hold true. See, Florida is only behind Arizona by 2 cases per 100,000. They're at 46 cases per 100,000 residents. So it's these warm states. That's what they're talking about. Now you'll see some states down here in the bottom that are scrolling along there. Those are 13 states. What they told me here was 10. So I looked at a bunch of different resources, and but the top 7 are the only ones I'm really going to go over. Louisiana just closed their bars 2 days ago. So if you wanted to go to New Orleans, you wanted to go downtown New Orleans, what's up, Carolina Hillbilly? How you doing? And you wanted to do a little Bourbon Street action, it ain't happening. You been to Bourbon Street, Sty?
Yep.
Great place to go. I went there a few years back. It was one of those things when we were going out on a cruise. We were there a couple weeks before Mardi Gras. Had a great time.
New Orleans can be fun. Can get you in trouble too.
Oh, it can. What's up, Chelino? How you doing, man? Well, we're coming from, Michigan. And a part of Michigan that is pretty, except for me, pretty normal part of Michigan. So when we got to Louisiana and we saw some of the characters and the way some people, a lot of these people are street people that are dressed up a certain way in order to try to generate income for themselves in one way, shape, or form, or they're completely have lost their mind. I hadn't seen a lot of that here in Michigan. Unless you go down to Warren, Michigan, then you can find some people that are really out of their fucking minds, But they usually are hiding away. So backyards, basements, places like that. So what's up, Elisa Kerwood? How you doing? So Louisiana is one of those places you probably don't want to be. And they went to mandatory face masks too, just like Michigan just did. So if we get another shutdown, it's not going to be a good thing. No, it's not going to be a good thing, Lizzie. It's going to be a bad thing. That's why it's one of the reasons why they went to mandatory masks here in Michigan. Now, again, there are places in Michigan where you don't. As long as you're following the rules and doing the things you need to, you don't have to. My thought process is you don't have to have it on the entire time you're out. You can pull your mask down. You can do whatever when you're not around other people. Because what are we doing? We're all cross-contaminating with our damn hands anyways, right? Does anybody disagree with the fact that, if everything isn't being sanitized every 3 hours or every hour or whatnot, we're cross-contaminating everything anyways? I don't know. I'm going to stay a little while on this one, Phil. I feel like I would spend the whole stream defending myself. LOL, I'm not the typical Southerner. Oh, there you go. Number 4 on the list is South Carolina. South Carolina is at 33 people per 100,000 people. The New York Times just a few days ago reported that the cases in South Carolina were up 999%. So they basically went from practically nothing to just out of control. Now I don't have the numbers to back that up. How you go from nothing or whatever they are to 999%, and we are talking about the New York Times, but there has to be some kind of relative something else there.
If I can, Phil,
yep.
Something for people to think as they hear these numbers. Like you started out with the highest rate, right? Arizona, 48 per 100,000.
Yep.
Put 48 people in a room. Then put 100,000 in the room next to them. I mean, come on.
Yep.
Okay, let's continue.
Yeah, but you could go. So you go to Wayne County, or you go to Detroit. Let's say Detroit has 1 million people, right? Million people. That's 10 times 100. So that's 10. So 10 times 48. That's 480 people.
Okay, put 480 people in a room.
Yep.
Let's put a million people in a room.
Yep. I got you. But these were the kind of numbers that we were looking at before. I mean, we were talking about how many cases there were before. Matter of fact,
I don't know why they don't report them per capita in the state, because if it's a small populous state and it's got 48 out of 100,000, but there's only 1 million in the whole state, well, holy smokes, that's a concern. But if you've got 15 million in your state and you only got 10 per 100,000, it's really not a lot.
Mm-hmm. Going back to Florida for a minute, I missed a fact on Florida. Florida had the highest one-day total of reported. Doesn't mean they all happened at the same time, but reported coronavirus cases at 15,299 reported cases, which is higher than New York City. Any one-day total that they had. So, what's up, K&D Scrappy? How you doing, Georgiana? How are you? Good to see you, Rick, Sherry, and Ricky Vlogs. How are you? Again, this is not designed for you guys to scare anybody, but this is information that is out there. That again, is it 100% reliable? No, I don't think anything in today's world is 100% reliable. You know, you look at your weather report. Is that 100% reliable? No, that's not 100% reliable. Look at death rate. Spanish flu, 1 per 50 cases, 113. Divide those numbers. See, yep. So, well, you know, we had the what was it, during the Obama administration, we had the swine flu, right? You know, did any of us wear masks during the swine flu? How many people did we lose during the swine flu? So 150,000 people? Something like 150,000 people, somewhere between 100 and 150,000 people we lost during the swine flu. And none of this happened. They didn't do any of this during the swine flu, during the Obama administration. None of this did they do during that administration. So again, that's something to think of. Not saying anything, but you know what? Are we reacting differently now than we were 8 years ago? Sure. What's up, Drops Family Garden? How you doing, man? All right, moving on. Texas is 31 per 100,000. One of the few places that's arresting people who refuse to self-isolate after testing positive for the coronavirus. So there are actually people in Texas testing positive for the coronavirus that aren't self-isolating and are actually getting arrested. So they don't mess around in Texas. So as a matter of fact, I'm going to pull this up. I got this saved on my screen here in a second here. So Georgia, of course, was one of them, 29 per 100,000 again. They were one of the quickest states to reopen everything was Georgia. They didn't want to mess with their economy very much. They were one of the quickest states to reopen, and their cases have picked up. So, you got places like the UK and those places over there. They were shut down a lot longer than we were. A lot of these other countries. But again, you compare the size of the UK to the size of the United States, right? Quite a difference. And then lastly was Alabama. 28 per every 100,000. Their biggest problem they're having right there is with ICU beds. Actually, they are ranked currently critical by COVID Act now, which I don't know what the resource is there, but Alabama is one of these states because they don't have enough ICU beds for people that they're actually in a critical thing. Which I know when we were here in our worst here in Michigan, they didn't have everybody in ICU room. They had everybody everywhere in these hospitals. The people weren't just in ICU rooms.
Yeah, they were taking full floors or full departments and just making it like a huge ICU unit.
Yep. What's up, Martin? DB5. How you doing, man? How you doing, Martin? And then, of course, there are some honorable mentions in there: Missouri, Montana, West Virginia, where Get Her Done Granny is from, which is also what's scrolling along the bottom here too. So, I don't know what I don't know what people's opinions are. I want to say that it's probably overblown somewhat, but right now I'm not in a state that's going through all of that, right? When Michigan was at its worst, I was afraid to go. Lapeer, I wasn't afraid to go in. Where I live, the area that I live, I think we still have less than 300 cases in my county, my whole county, since this whole thing started. We got like 70 deaths, but yeah, I don't know what do you folks think? I mean, there's a part of me that still thinks there's a little bit of politics behind this, right? Keep this. I think they don't report the numbers quite as accurately. I keep hearing different reports, and again, nothing is. I don't believe half of what I hear, right? And you have to see, they say seeing is believing. So that's what worries me about these numbers.
Well, and there's my own doctor said that she said, don't waste your time listening to the numbers. She says, you don't want to catch any form of COVID. There are more than one form of COVID flu. Look at the history of COVID. It goes back millennium. And they vaccinate people for common COVID flus that we know of from the past. And people still catch them. They may have gotten their flu shot, but you still have a chance of catching those flus. And she said, right now, every single flu is being classified as a COVID. She said, so as far as those numbers are concerned, she said that all they're looking at is they want to see a vaccine. They want to see a vaccine so they can put this thing to bed, Yeah. I'm only going to say one thing that'll probably be controversial, if I may. Can I?
You may.
This whole thing about the number of cases, the number of deaths, all of it, for this old man, and I've been around 63 years, all of it, I want to tell the world, shut the fuck up. In the United States, there's over 600,000 abortions every year. You think COVID's going to reach that mark? Bullshit. I'm done.
Okay.
I'm done.
Yeah. And it's funny because, I read something somewhere where women or people say, my body, when they talk about abortions, my rules or whatever, but yet it doesn't pertain for face masks, right? Your government can tell you must wear a face mask, or you'll get a $500,000 or
right, but they don't
$500 fine.
That not in the United States drop. It's last year was 6.23. It was 600. It was it was just over 600,000.
Yeah.
But worldwide, it's much more. But now that's it, Phil, is like with the masks. I told a gal today, she was ragging on me about the mask. I said, our order doesn't go into effect till Friday. So stay away from me, back off, keep safe distance, just stay away. Everything's cool. And she said, and I bet you on Friday you won't be wearing a mask. I will if I come in contact with you, I said. And I said, you know what? If they can supposedly lawfully force us to wear a mask, why don't they force people then to wear condoms? I mean, that'll stop all venereal disease, won't it? That's a law. And there are people that die from venereal diseases throughout the world. So yeah, come on.
First of all, COVID was around before COVID-19. Okay.
Right.
If you look at any of your aerosol cans, your stuff that was for sanitizing and whatnot on there, it says protects against or takes care of the COVID virus before the COVID-19 was here. So this is something that has always been here. This is just a different strand.
It's just a mutation.
Like the flu, it's not the flu, but like the flu, it's different. What's up, Cerebral Killer? How are you doing, man? Good to see you in here. So like that, Adventures in the Heartland, what's up? So like that, I got a feeling, you talked about a vaccine. I got a feeling this is going to be around just like the flu is. Every year, the flu kills people. Usually the flu kills what? Older people. I got a feeling COVID-19 or COVID itself, this bigger form, is probably here to stay. COVID is probably here to stay. Now, it's going to get more attention because it's something that's new in comparison to the flu. The flu's old, right? The flu is, that's yesterday's news. But yeah, I don't think we've got more people now that have died from the flu this year than COVID. But we've got a hell of a lot of people this year that have died from the flu. And I guarantee you there's probably some people that died of the flu that they said died of COVID. So everything's 3 years. They just charge.
Yeah, one of our local nursing homes said that they usually lose 3 to 5 people annually to flu, different types of flu.
Sure.
And they lose up to 12 people annually from pneumonia. So,
and the biggest percentage, what did they say? It was like 33% of people that have died from this are in nursing homes.
Yeah.
Not old people at home.
No, they're people under care. Yeah.
People being cared for in a nursing type facility.
Right.
33%. That's a huge number when you think about it, right?
I will. Yeah, it is. It is.
So stay out of the nursing homes.
So that's 3 out of 10 dying in there. That's not good.
What's up, Jan? How you doing?
Hey, Will.
What's got me nervous when I saw the title of your stream tonight. I thought, I hope he's got the list because I don't want to have to go Google it all. And thanks for having the list of states that are either are or are considering doing that, because man, they do that in Wisconsin and I can't go out in the woods. They tell me I got to stay at home. This old boy's going to get in trouble. We're going to test the law because I'm not staying at home.
Well,
I emotionally and psychologically cannot stay in this damn apartment any longer. I can't do it.
Have a good night, Spice and Easy. Thanks for coming in, guys.
Thanks, Spice and Easy.
Thanks for bringing some folks with you, too.
They're sweet folks, yeah.
Does E-Waste Mike have a regular live stream where he just repairs stuff? Genuinely fascinating. He does.
I don't.
He does a lot
anything.
He don't repair nothing. He breaks everything.
No, he doesn't. Yeah, he takes it all apart and scraps everything. He's E-Waste Mike.
He don't fix it. He F's it.
It was funny. I was on Facebook this morning just looking at stupid posts, and I'm in a lot of the scrapper forums and gold forums and all that stuff. And some guy out of the blue wanted some advice on doing something. So somebody responded to him, and he's like, check your YouTube channels, E-Waste Ben, E-Waste Mike, Moose Scrapper. I was like, shit. I must be getting that. And I don't know who the guy was. So I sent him a message, told him mind his own goddamn business. Keep my name out of his mouth. No, I actually gave it, thanked him. But yeah, I was shocked. It's the first time I ever seen anybody do that.
Yeah. So this always concerns me, You got to be concerned somewhat. You know what? You don't want it getting back. If your state has reopened, you don't want your state going backwards. And they tell us here in Michigan, all right? Now, again, I don't know how much of this is true, They tell us we have as many new cases of COVID for the month of July, and today's the 15th, so we're halfway through it, as we had the entire month of June. But my thought process is you're not going to reopen some of this stuff without the numbers increasing, right? They aren't going to continue to decrease as you open stuff up. They're going to increase a little bit, right? But hopefully, when they did the mandatory masking on Monday, that's supposed to help it out. But I don't know. I don't know what you think.
I went to the post office today. There had to be 20 people in there. Everybody had a mask on. One kid had his on, but it was under his nose.
Yeah.
I said, that don't work unless you flip that up. You go, I forgot it was down there. And he put it up, a young kid, but he was cool about it. I said, I ain't telling you what to do. I said, but it don't work that way.
Yeah.
Everybody.
I had to go to Walmart today, and I walked all the way through the store. I just went there to get a deep cycle battery, and I'm walking through the store, and I just paid attention, and everybody had a mask on, and only about 3 out of 10 had it on properly.
Mm-hmm.
Only about 3 out of 10. I counted 15 of them, and out of the 15, 9 of them had the mask down below their nose, like Mike's saying, or else they had it under their chin. Just because you got the mask on your head doesn't mean it's doing anything,
That's right.
So
well, I want to say something because Jamie's mentioned something here, right? No real academic research that says masks make a difference. I mean, people have been wearing them in the hospitals forever, right? So there's got to be some kind of research out there that, you're going to keep from getting or giving germs by having a mask on. But here's the problem with the mask, right? They're not changed regularly. They're not changed regularly. At my work, all right, we don't wear gloves. Okay, even if you wore gloves, you get germs on your hands because you're going in and out of doors constantly. You're touching chairs constantly that other people touch with their hands. You're going in and out of bathrooms. You're going in and out of other places. You are touching everything all over our campus with your hands. Now, me as a person, I wash my hands regularly. I probably wash my hands at least 10 times a day at work. It keeps me from getting the flu, and it keeps me from getting sick before COVID. Okay, but bottom line is so I was making a motion in it, right? You touch your mask, you pull it down. You touch your mask, you put it up. What was on your hands? It's now on the outside of your mask. It's now a lot closer to your face than it was when it was on that door handle or when it was on that countertop. Now, of course, it's not on that door handle or that countertop. Why? Because nobody is coming down with it at my work. No one is coming down, but it could. At that one person, we've had some events, some boating events, some things where groups of people have come down with this because they were in a large gathering of people that were real close to out in the water and different things. So one of those people coming, from 3 hours away, lives down here in my part of town where I work, and come into my place of business, and they're looking for a car, or they go somewhere else and they're picking and they're touching stuff. It could happen. So you got to have a place that's good as far as cleaning. And I'll be quite honest with you. Place that I work, they're not doing it. I don't see a lot of it. I'm not I don't know what you guys think about people who go on cruises, but I've been on cruises. Cruises is the cheapest way to take a 1 week vacation where all your meals, room and board, and everything else are covered. But when a cruise ship comes back, or when a cruise ships are going around and people are getting sick on cruise ships, you see people constantly with spray bottles and cloth wiping down handrails, especially handrails, all over the place. You go in to a restaurant on a cruise ship where they're going to serve you food. There is someone standing there with a squirt bottle thing for your hand, or there's the hand sanitizer thing that you can get. All right. So you go on a cruise ship. They do this all the time anyways, but they do it even extra when not even their cruise line, but another cruise line in the area is having that problem, and everybody gets all worked up about it. Have you really seen? Think about all the places that you've gone since COVID's been going. Think about all these places, the Walmarts, all the stores. Have you seen anybody really out there wiping down door handles constantly, doing this? I've seen them spray down carts, shopping carts. They'll take a spray bottle and spray down the shopping cart and kind of wipe them down with the same rag they've been using all day.
One thing I was surprised of today, I stopped at the Dollar Tree on my way home. Now you go in the Dollar Tree and you get up to the cash register, and they got it marked off at 6 foot marks, and if you crowd somebody, the cashier stops what she's doing and she'll ask you to step back, ask everybody properly space yourselves, and then she'll continue. You get up there, use your credit card, that little machine, you stick your credit card in, and you punch in the numbers and stuff. The minute you're done, I watched her 3 customers ahead of me. Every time customer used that machine, she'd ask the next customer, would you wait at that spot? She comes around her till, sprays it, wipes that whole machine down, wipes the little counter for writing your checks down. Then she goes back to her register, and then she'll start the next round of groceries. And what did she do? She comes around that register. I didn't even realize she was wearing gloves. All of a sudden, I hear snap, snap, gloves in the trash. There's the box mounted right by her till. She puts on 2 fresh gloves and takes the next customer. That's the most involved I've seen. And I asked her, I said, when did you start doing that? She said, well, last week we started doing it. And she said, now we've got 2 extra tills open so we can handle the customers because it's slower per customer. So we opened a couple extra tills so that we can still handle the same flow of customers, but yet we can keep everything sterile. And I thought, all right, if Dollar Tree, for crying out loud, can do it, why can't the other stores do it? I mean, come on.
You could do those gloves like they do at frickin' Subway. Subway makes a sub, ma'am, they touch cash or something.
One-time use.
Gloves will come off, they go in the garbage, and they're back to making your stuff. I want to put B Wizzle up on the board. Thank you, B Wizzle, for the super chat. Good to give some of it back to my people here on the panel. Grab all you can, guys.
God, I keep grabbing it, and it just
doesn't help anything.
Grabbing it there.
No, it disappears as soon as you get it in your hand.
It's
Hey, Granny.
slipping through.
Granny,
Hey,
Granny.
you're just tricking me. I need the
coming
money.
Thank you, B Wizzle. Shizzle Wizzle. Now let's bring everybody back. And we will go put the money away. There we go. Again, thank you, B Wizzle. Thank you, everybody that supports, everybody that comes in here and hangs out. You're supporting in your own way. It's always what? I want to let me do that. It's always 99 cents. Hey, you know what? Even the people that do the 99 cents, if I counted at the end of this year, if I counted everybody that did the 99 cent or the $1, that's a lot of them.
Yeah, it's a lot of them. Way up.
Yep.
Bradley's here.
Bradley Whitworth. What's up, Bradley Whitworth? How you doing, man?
Hey, Bradley.
So here is my let's see here. Share screen, applications window. So there you go. Take that down. So this is where I got all of my. Well, there's a couple of them that basically are using the same news report. But there's your Arizona, Florida's number 2. Louisiana, I love that picture of Bourbon Street. I don't know if that's big enough for you guys all to see.
Yeah, I guess so.
What a beautiful picture of Bourbon Street.
Yeah.
There's your South Carolina and their capital. Texas, everything's bigger there, they say. I ain't never been there. Of course, the skyline there in Georgia. And I don't know. Alabama and their square-ass, normal-looking buildings. Nothing special in Alabama. They're lucky to have buildings in Alabama.
Oh.
So maybe if you went to Texasville, you get a bigger wiener.
Maybe not.
Maybe not. You're right.
They would have to. If I went there, they'd probably say everything isn't bigger in Texas now, and
Did
But
you
they-
only notice the only one that chuckled was Granny?
But they, yeah, right. But they would say, well, everything is bigger in Texas. He's just visiting. He's not
Right.
from Texas.
Yeah. Well, they might not let you in. Everything's bigger
Do they
in
have a-
Texas, so they'll stop you at the border.
Do they
Yeah,
have a
yeah.
wiener check?
You didn't make the cut.
Well,
You're out of here.
So you better go.
Mr.
get
Vienna.
circumcised before you-
Mr. Vienna, you will have to turn your vehicle around.
Vienna.
Vienna, your little Vienna sausage, take it back to
So if you
Michigan.
didn't make the cut, that means if you're not circumcised, you don't get in, right?
Bradley, leave my damn state alone. You better lock yourself up inside the house there, Bradley.
We're coming.
Hey, you know what? Another thing I don't understand is okay. They got the lockdown orders. They got the you gotta wear a mask if you step out your door orders, and they're basing all of this, they say, on professional medical advice, right?
Mhm.
Well, here all I got to do is sign a waiver at the hospital and tell them you ain't touching my ass, and they go out the door. You go. Why the hell can't I sign a waiver on this medical advice? You don't have to take someone else's medical advice. I mean, yeah. And they say, well, it's because you can affect somebody else. Not if they stay the hell away from me. That's the personal responsibility issue is never addressed. And I get people in my face all the time. Why aren't you wearing a mask? Why the hell are you in my space?
Right?
Why'd you come over here and put yourself at risk, you moron?
What's up, Tampa Boy Customs, CW Gaming?
Please. I'm going to run up to a grizzly bear and go, why do you shit in the woods? Yeah. Yeah. Well, I don't think that's safe. You know, they shouldn't be getting in my face either.
Sausage chain. No one has a solution to the problem. We're all screwed. Well, I also worry about these other
Right.
things too, where they talk about a vaccine. They talk about people who don't get the vaccine or people who do get the vaccine get a chip. We're going to embed a chip in people that get the vaccine so we can, a lot of this stuff they're talking about. Is there really a coin shortage right now, guys?
There isn't in Ashland. You can go to the bank, get all the rolled coin you want.
Yeah, there's a coin shortage. No, they want everybody to use credit cards. Someone was saying that, again, this is people far on the right? They want us to go to a cashless society. Why? It's easier to track us, right? Easier to track all of our spending, right? So, I'm with you, no chip for sure.
The only thing I don't like about cashless, I wouldn't care. I wouldn't care because I go mostly cashless anyway. So the process of spending my money on plastic or with paper or coin, that I don't care. The only thing I don't like is the idea that with plastic, those funds can disappear off that plastic because you can never have it actually in your hands. So it's nice to be able to have a cash stash, and be able to use that cash. Well, if nobody's going to accept cash, well, your cash stash now is, make a good boat anchor, right? A bag of quarters.
Color Ranger, I was wondering about that myself. I don't think coins disappear. I think they're always making coins, right? Aren't they always making coins? Or is that not true?
No,
so if we got a shutdown and they're not making coins, there's a possibility for a shutdown. Taylor to the stars. Well, hey, new on the board.
Hey.
E-Waste Mike should be in the corner of every live presidential debate. Would take the sting out of any question.
That would make things interesting.
So Taylor to the stars. We're gonna get the Sharpie out. Both of them. We're gonna add you to the board because you're not on the permanent board. We're gonna put Taylor to the stars over here.
I should just run for president.
Yeah. And then you could go to the hill and do some recycling.
Heck yeah.
Tailor to the star on the permanent board with a permanent marker. And over here.
I stay in my little corner. That's what I.
Yeah, you can't run the country from a basement in Warren, Michigan.
I got 5 computers that all work. I can do it. And all you got to do is when you're the first day you're in office, you look over there to the left, and you hit that big red button. Say fuck all you.
Oh damn! See, all right, don't see. That's why you don't want to elect UA Mike. Mike has a bad day, and we're all screwed.
The only problem is the only one that would survive would probably be Spicy's extra chin. Don't take it personal.
Yeah, don't take that personal comment personally. No problem.
Yeah,
Mike.
I got one.
That's why you always put the camera at a higher angle than a lower angle, right?
Or grow a big beard.
Or grow a big beard,
Yeah.
right? Can I grow my big beard now?
Yeah.
Spicy outdoors.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah, if I
we've
shave
been
this
through,
off, God, I got more chins than a Chinese laundry, I tell you.
yeah, we've been through a lot here in the United States and globally with all these different pandemics. I think this is just I don't know if it's just what makes it worse. Right here. This is what makes it worse, right? Social media. What we're doing right now, I mean, you got to do it, right? You're not going to not do it, but really at the end of the day, because there's Facebook, there's YouTube, there's Twitter, there's this, there's that, there's all your television, because there's everything that's out there, we're inundated with anything that happens. I mean, 20 years ago, right? A black man dies at the knee of a police officer in Minnesota, and that probably makes the Minnesota newspaper, maybe makes it, to some of the surrounding towns, and that's it.
Hey, Oji-san.
Look at this has gone globally. There has been protests globally over the treatment of black people. So, Oji-san, what's up, my friend? Just want everyone to know I love you, even if I don't agree. Okay.
Yeah.
Again, people don't agree on everything.
Right. We're good at agreeing to disagree over here.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
No
bad. That's it. Is we get to know each other better when we're just honest. And
but Oji-san, I would like to be able to give you the link and have you come up here and talk about your side of things. I mean, I am open to hear it all. I am open. I am easily. See, I like to listen to both sides. I really do.
That's right. Yeah, good people can disagree with other people and still be good. I mean, as long as a person respects another person's opinion, that's life goes on and it goes on well, as long as there's respect in the equation.
And again, that George Floyd should have never have lost his life. No, I don't think there's anybody that can look at that what went on there and said that man deserved to lose his life. But I won't go as far as all the stuff I've heard that says he was a good family man, he was a good husband, he was a good father. He had a criminal past. He was trying to pass a $20 bill.
But none of it required a
lost his life.
Yep, none of it required a death sentence. So
none of it should have been.
What happened? It was a tragedy that should have never happened.
Let me see here.
And I tell you what, the villainization of all police officers out there makes me sick.
Well, it's like villainizing all black people because there's some bad ones. It's like villainizing all white people because there's some bad ones.
It's no different. You know,
We're not
it's,
we're not all the same.
again, this whole blown up process that they're using is the purest form of prejudice. It's the purest form of prejudice you can find is when you take one and you blame them all.
Right.
And that's happening on every single race. It's happening on every single opinion. It's happening on every single career. People
Something still
got juice in it.
still got juice.
It's getting ready to blow.
Boom!
Holy moly.
This thing has been sitting in the bucket for probably a good month.
And its internal battery's still running.
And it's going and going and going and going. This one's dead.
There's an Energizer rabbit in there somewhere.
It's crazy, ain't it?
Getting ready to blow, y'all.
Makes me think when I was a kid, my grandfather was a TV repairman, and I was poking around at a TV and got knocked flat on my arse, touched the wrong thing on an unplugged television.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Oh, I guess I should have warned you about that before you learned on your own." He says, there are things inside of tube-operated equipment that will burn you up. Don't.
All right, guys, give me just a second here, okay?
Okay.
What is up?
Hey, hi.
What's up,
Oji-san.
Oji-san? How are you, man?
Hi.
Going, guys?
On.
Hey,
Good to see you.
yeah, you guys too. It's been a while since I've been up here.
It has been. I see you on panels all over town.
Yeah,
All we got to do is bring a little liquor up here for Oji-san.
That's
right.
He shows right up.
Yeah.
What's up, Purple Gang? How you doing, man?
I hope everybody's doing good.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
doing good, man. I tell you, I am glad that I decided to go live tonight because there was a part of me around 8 o'clock today when I got home and I'm sitting around, I'm thinking about going live and I'm thinking about covering this subject with all these people, and I knew it would go into other subjects and things like that. Now thinking, there was a part of me that says, you know what, this is not everything spicy, but you know what, I did want to go over this, and I did want to talk to people, and I did want to, you know, it is what's going on.
feel like-
I want to do it in
I feel
every
like
live
we're-
stream, not all my live streams, you know.
Yeah. I feel like we're all close enough friends that we can talk about this. And,
Sure, absolutely.
we've all got different viewpoints on it, and mine doesn't match up with most people in here. But it's like I said, I respect their viewpoint just as much as I hope they respect mine. So, you know.
Absolutely.
I'm not going to change anybody's mind, and nobody's going to change my. Just like I said earlier, we've all made up our minds on this thing. So,
Right.
I just want all my friends and my family to be safe, and that's where I'm coming from with all this stuff.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's most people. I think most people, you know,
Yeah.
most of the funny part is a lot of these people that are protesting, their families aren't at risk. They don't deal with what's going on a daily basis. They feel like they have to be some kind of activist for people that they don't know. They feel like the only way to change anything is for them to go out there, even though firsthand most of these people haven't even experienced it. Most of these people, I'm saying, I may be completely clueless. But I think a lot of these people out there protesting are, you know, they're anchored on one side of the media. I talked about analytics before on YouTube, right? Or on anything that has analytics. When I watch the Hodge twins, and if anybody, you guys are Republicans, know the Hodge twins. When you watch the Hodge twins, you get Officer Tatum, you get all these other ones. They're all these guys that are far on the right-hand side. And boy, they argue a great case. And that's what you continue to get. They're not going to feed you any of the left, the stuff that you are on the left. Now, the people on the left, they don't ever hear the Hodge twins when they're on YouTube. Why? Because they want to be fed And what keeps them on YouTube is hearing stuff from the left-hand side and from their vantage point. And from their vantage point, they have working craniums just like the rest of us. From their vantage point, it seems reasonable and it seems logical what they do and what they see and how they feel.
Yeah. So I love the Hodge twins message. And it's just like you said, though, they're kind of still throwing their bones in with somebody that they don't know. I love the message and everything, but it's like it just, I'm not a Trump guy. I'm not a Biden guy. I'm not anybody's guy. I'm just myself. I'm going to say what I think, and I love their message, but I just hate that it's so politically charged. It's
Right.
kind of like this whole COVID thing. How in the world did this ever get to be a political thing?
Exactly.
It's just a virus going around. Let's just do what we
Right.
need to do and get past it. But it's become this political thing. If I'm wearing a mask, all of a sudden I'm voting for Joe Biden. And it's crazy. Yeah.
Now,
That's
again,
the part of it.
I haven't heard, if you're wearing a mask, you're voting for Joe Biden. That none of that have I heard. The people that aren't wearing masks are on one side or another, because I know a lot of people that are wearing the masks that are, that I haven't heard. But I mean,
I kind of started with Joe Rogan. I don't know if you watch his podcast.
No.
He said wearing a mask is a bitch move. Can you believe he said, yeah. And it's just like, man, why would you say that? You know what I mean? You're just throwing gas on the fire. If folks want to wear a mask to be comfortable, wear a mask.
And it's coming from both sides. That's what I don't like. It's coming from both sides. I had it the other day out here. I had a gal that lives in the same building with me. She goes, the only reason Stein doesn't wear a mask is because he's on the radical right. And I go, how dare you? How dare you?
I think everybody should do
a lack of a mask makes that of me. And she also made a comment last year that because I wear camo all the time, I got to be on the radical right. I said I ran a wilderness camp and I was out in the woods 24/7, and that's all I ever wore was camo. It had nothing to do with my political affiliations whatsoever. And I'm the same way. People ask me, well, what are you? You got to be a Republican. I said, no, I'm a Republican. I'll vote for the guy I think that's going to offer me and my country the best package.
Yeah,
and a lot of them offer a lot, and I know they can't produce it.
Yeah.
That's not the way the system works. They can offer us the world during their campaigns. Once they're on the hill, it's a whole different story. Yeah. So
the best thing that could ever happen is for both parties to go away. But that's not good
for the best guy, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Vote for the best guy.
Like
he ain't got a party. Let's go vote for the best guy.
It's like I said, do what you feel is right, not that you're obligated to do.
Right.
I got Mike tearing that thing apart.
I'm gonna tear this thing apart right here.
You see that, Mike?
Oh, look at that cat.
That cat. That cat just made $2.
Right?
Shit.
Yeah.
Thank you, kitty
Mike's
cat.
got to work 14 hours a day to make a couple pennies, and that cat, he just lays around and makes money.
I owe you a can of cat food, Mike.
Yeah, to me, politics is about bridges and highways and stuff like that. It's not about this kind of thing,
Exactly.
And I hate that it's charged this way. It's crazy.
Yeah.
If I think I need to wear a mask to take care of you, I'm going to wear one. If I don't, then I won't.
Well, that's what I like to hear, is because that's taking the position of personal responsibility.
Yeah.
And do you feel responsible to protect others from you? Yeah. Well, maybe you would if you're going to impose yourself on them. But if you're staying away from them and you're not going to touch them, you're not going to mess with them, and they come to you, well, now that's when you have to say, now you're making me build a wall to protect not just myself, but you too, because you're not being smart.
Yes,
And-
the problem is most people aren't going to be smart. They're just going to walk right up on you. I mean, you can't go into town, and they're going to be all over you. So it's either kind of got to be everybody wears one, or we're just going to offer up to people that are going to die, and they're just going to die.
Well, I'm.
Well, I hadn't heard what you said,
people
just
walk around me.
I mean, I've been hearing a lot of different things, but I haven't heard anybody yet say that wearing a mask or not wearing a mask was a bitch move.
Yeah, Joe Rogan said that to Bill Barr, and Bill Barr actually kind of turned on him on that.
Wow.
I thought, man, that's crazy. Yeah.
Because
I'm a big Joe Rogan fan, and that even kind of turned me off of him. I was just like, man, that is not the thing to say. You don't just say that. I mean, like I said, whether you want to wear one or not, it's you're taking care of somebody else. If you think you need to wear one, wear one. If you don't, then don't.
Yeah.
But you can't make it a political or a manly thing or whatever. It is what it is. We can't go back in time. It's here.
Yeah, I will tell you, I am inundated more than I want to be by some of the stuff on the right-hand side, because the guy that sits on my left-hand side of work, he's got his little Rush Limbaugh thing going all day. If Rush is on, he's listening to it at his desk. So I am inundated with the guy next to me. And again, this is something he's constantly, there's things that make sense. All right.
Yeah.
There are things that make sense, that if this is what, they can skew numbers. They can say there are more cases or less cases based on things. Not that, we all know that COVID is COVID. There's no doubt in my mind of what's going on out there. But the fact that you think that one party, that someone can skew the numbers one way or the other to help themselves politically.
Yeah. Oh, well, I mean, that's the thing is it's just like Sty saying, it's both sides are playing this crap, and it's silly. We're just in the middle.
Joe?
You just need to do what you feel is right as a person. Take personal responsibility. If you don't feel well, don't go into town. If you have to go to town, wear a damn mask. That's it. But
send somebody for you.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
What's up, Levi?
But this whole people just losing their mind over lockdowns or getting their temperature taken or wearing a mask. I mean, you got to understand, like, if they take your temperature, it's because they're trying to protect everybody else that's there. You can't just take somebody's word for it. You know better than that.
But on the lockdown, cold day in hell in the United States, they're going to tell me that they can put me under martial law and stick me in my home in this apartment and not let me get out and be mobile, which I have a constitutional right to be. That's not something that a governor or a county commission can decide. That is only something they can legislate through Congress and make an amendment. Take away one of my civil rights. Do it then. Do it the right way.
I'm not big into just martial law lockdown, but I think companies should have the ability to say you're not coming in the store unless you do this, this, and this.
If they own the company, you betcha. They have a privately owned company, or corporation.
Those are the guys getting the most blowback. They're getting more blowback than the government is. I mean, if you go into a Walmart, you just go and ask one of those tellers or somebody at the front door how much blowback they get from this every day.
They hear it all the time.
Crazy, yeah. And people are going to the extreme with it, as if they're, stripping away their rights, and it's not about that.
If a store says you can't come in unless you're wearing a mask,
mm-hmm.
I have no problem with that.
Right.
Either I choose not to go in or I choose to put a mask on.
Right.
It's the same with conceal and carry. Some stores we do not allow conceal and carry on our premises. I cannot go in there with a firearm. And I wouldn't.
See, and that's like you said. You just got to respect what they're trying to do.
It's their private business and it's their choice. I mean,
isn't the whole mask thing just like no shoes, no shirt, no service?
Right. Basically, for a business,
I mean,
that's
they don't want
exactly
they
the
don't
way
want you in there like that because for whatever reason. And
Yeah.
again, if they say this is our business, you have to wear a mask. If you're in our business, then you have to
Right.
wear a mask.
Right.
Yeah,
You know?
see, the folks that are losing their mind on these store clerks and stuff, they're just throwing as much gas on the fire as the people on the left.
Yeah.
It just don't go shop there, go somewhere else.
Right.
Right. Right.
Yeah, it's your
God,
money. Spend it.
I wish I owned a store today because of, just to prove the point, I'd put a sign up there: no clothes allowed in this store.
Hey, Mike,
It's my business.
Mike, I'm getting a complaint by Facebook Messenger that you need to calm down there, and that you need to just cool out.
Okay.
Do your job. Feed the cat.
Yeah, I'll fix that.
So someone went to the degree they felt that they had to Facebook message me that you needed to calm down there. So, what's up, Sexy Matt? How you doing, my friend?
Hey, Sexy Matt.
There he is, Sexy Matt.
Concentrating on what I'm doing.
So, are
I got
you
a
eating
shot.
anything hot tonight, Phil, or are we just gonna argue about politics?
Well, I'm not arguing about nothing. I don't think I've argued about anything.
Oh man,
What's up, Captain?
To me, none of it is worth arguing about.
Yep. I'm not so far one way, or I say if they make you wear a mask, that's un-American. I'm an American. I can do what I want to do. I'm free. I ain't wearing a mask, and that ain't me. That damn sure ain't me. So, but there are people out there like that. This is America. I ain't wearing a mask. This is America.
you can hear
I
the
haven't
accent
seen
in
much of
my
that.
voice. Believe me, I run into those folks every day.
Do ya?
Oh yeah.
That's what I was saying earlier. It's going on both sides. It's going on both sides. And that's it.
Yeah.
Is if I put a mask on, I know a few people will say, I can't believe you're wearing a mask.
Yeah.
And I'll tell them flat out, it's my goddamn decision, not yours, what I do. And guess what? That's what freedom in America means.
Yep.
Is I have the right to take responsibility for my own actions.
Cindy?
Yeah.
No matter what it is.
Exactly.
Nothing I wear or anything really means a damn thing.
Taylor to the stars, are you even from America?
Yeah. The thing about social media is you're not going to change anybody's mind. You're not. And I see so many people just get into these huge, heated debates.
Yep.
You're not going to change anybody's mind. It's just going to become a meme war. I just think you should do what you think is best and try to take care of your fellow man as best you can.
I've got my own kids, some of my own kids that are on that side, the opposite side of what I'm on. We don't talk about it because there's nothing Dad's going to say to them that's going to change their mind, and all it's going to do is make the problems.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to be upset. Everybody's going to get their feelings hurt. So we don't talk about it. You know? It's funny, though.
That's why I was a little bit hesitant about coming up here. I don't want anybody to think that I don't, just agreeing or disagreeing doesn't mean I don't respect you. I respect everybody that's in the panel, that's in the chat. But
I'm sorry if you felt for the least bit that you couldn't come up here and say your piece, because I was actually expecting a little bit more from you. I was expecting maybe a hard left coming out of you. So.
No, I'm not a hard left. I'm not a hard left, but I get tired of people making it such a hard right issue. You know what I mean? I'm not a left or right guy, but I see both sides just like using this thing, and it's hurting people, and that's what I don't like. I don't want people saying we're destroying the country and taking away everybody's freedoms, and I don't want other people saying that we should all hold hands and fly off on a unicorn and stuff either. I'm right in the middle. I just think you should do what you feel is right and have that ability, and you should be able to disagree without it just just destroying your friendships and stuff like that, because I've seen that happen so much lately. The last couple of years, my God. Yeah.
I've seen it destroy people's careers too. I mean, it's ridiculous. A person works for company for over 20 years, and out of 20 years, they once voiced their opinion, and boom, they're out of their job.
It's happening all over social
It's
media.
happening
There was
all over.
this
And
one girl that worked at a prestigious company. She was a Harvard grad. She made a stupid TikTok video, and I forget what she was talking about, but she said she would stab a person if they said all lives matter. I think it was what she said in her thing, you know?
Yeah.
And guess what? After all of that, she lost her job. And she, of course, she doesn't blame her dumbass for getting up on TikTok and saying the words that she said and everything that she said on a lot of TikTok videos leading up to that. She blamed Trump supporters. Trump supporters went after her. Trump people, right-wing people, specifically went after her to get her fired from her job. Well, no, you said something really stupid.
Well,
and that's what got you fired.
And who handed her pink slip? I mean, it wasn't a Trump supporter. Maybe her boss was a Trump supporter. We don't know, but and that's it. Is everybody wants to say and do anything and everything they want, whether it be radical left, radical right. But then when it comes time to pay the piper, because there is the consequence for everything we do, when it's time to pay the piper, they want to blame the other side.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's always a blame game. That's what I hate. I hate the blame.
I hate that too. Is just accept it, man, and go get your switch and let mama give you your whooping because you were dumb. I mean, take responsibility. That's all.
Yeah. Well, however you feel, however you decide is what you need to do. That should not be determined by some political party. I mean, and it shouldn't identify you as one way or the other. You're just a guy or gal doing what you think is right. That's what it should be.
Yeah.
But it's not. It's nowadays it's so charged. Every move you make, you either have to be all in on one side or all in on the other. And I hate it. I hate everything about that.
Well, that is the one thing that, and it doesn't make me radical right. It just makes me a patriotic American. You start tearing down our statues and our monuments. I'm one. I can't tolerate someone burning the flag. I've only been in the presence of someone that did that once, and that didn't go well. But fortunately, there were others more angry than me. But there are some things that all of those things that are happening, those type of things, that is not protesting. That's just flat ass out disrespect. It's just pure disrespect. There's other ways to get answers to questions than to destroy history and other things like that. No.
Deadhead. What's up, Deadhead? How you doing? Sorry, Si. I just have to do that, Deadhead, sir. Deadhead. I don't like all the destroying of the monuments and all that stuff. I mean, that really kind of upsets me. But at the end of the day, they are just monuments. I mean, they are. I mean, again, we don't want them taken. I don't want them taken down. But at the end of the day, I don't know. Is it real? Are they really that important? Are they really so important? Do they change? It doesn't change my life whether they're up or down. As a matter of fact, I don't even see any monuments where I live.
So 4 generations from now, you've got great grandchildren that ask the question, what was Mount Rushmore?
I mean,
and you say, well, look it up. Well, we can't because they censored it out of all the history books and they censored it off of the internet, and they went and they blew the faces off that mountain. So, but what was it? What was that?
Doesn't make you wonder.
That's what
irritates
me.
Like what history really was, how much has been wiped out.
Go
tear the pyramids down and see how many generations it takes before those are missed. I mean, but there were a lot of things
we actually know. We
don't agree with.
Yeah.
So no,
I do know they get carried away, right? They've gone from statues to wanting to tear down Mount Rushmore to, you give them a little, and they want to take a lot, right?
That's it. That's it. If they
So,
want to put
what
those statues in a museum, and then those who choose to go see them are the only ones that see them, I'm good with it. I'm fine with that. But they're preserving it. They're not destroying. I don't like to destroy any kind of symbolisms at all.
What do they say? The victors write the history books.
Right.
So how much do we actually know? If we don't know anything, we only know half of history.
Well, here's the thing I have, right? Bottom line is, if it's a crime, if you commit a crime, you should be charged with that crime. That crime doesn't become okay because you do it with a group of people and you tear down a monument. Police should be there. Police should send people on the way. And if there are people that topple a monument, every one of those people should be charged and tried for the crime that they committed. If you're part of it, then you get charged with the crime if it happens. But that's what I don't like. I don't like how some of these people are actually getting away with crimes. So, well, should they be allowed to do this, or should they not if it's a crime?
No,
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. There's too much politics involved in all this. You got to take the politics out of it. If it's a crime, it's a crime.
Exactly.
See, and that's where
it's a crime. It's a crime.
That's where these arguments that are going on the COVID thing. Now, here in the state of Wisconsin, the Supreme Court overruled our governor on the shutdown. Our governor came right out and said he won't do a shutdown. He won't even mandate masks because he knows the Supreme Court has already shot him down on the same issue, because he cannot, as a governor, based constitutionally, he cannot write law. He needs to go back to the legislature and get the legislature to pass that as a law. And then I tell you what, if the legislature does its job and passes it, says we're having a mask mandate, and we're going to and they can do that right in the law, assign the responsibility of the enforcement of that law to the governor. Now the governor can pass that order when he needs to, and it has the power of law. Then they can actually go out there, write you citations, or arrest you if you're a continuing violator, blah, blah, blah. And I wouldn't even get close to bitching about it because it was done properly. It was a law passed by the people, not by one person.
Yeah, and that's what we're running into, is like one guy and his opinions based on his political career are making all these decisions, and it shouldn't be that way.
No,
that's
why we have.
I agree with you there, 100%.
Yeah, that's why we have legislatures, so there's more voices involved. Not just one person saying, "Oh, I like this side's idea better."
But if a private company or a private citizen makes a decision, you got to respect that too. That's a whole different situation than a government mandate.
Right.
And if you just want to shop there, then don't shop there. That's the way it works.
Yeah. And we've got businesses that exercise that way before COVID.
Yeah. I was in chat. I was talking about, we went to a little Asian store today, and because Marcy's Filipino, so we go to this little Asian market here, and that dude was outside. Like you had to use hand sanitizer, and you had to put a mask on, or he would not let you in the door. He was out there yelling at people, and you know what? I thought that's pretty awesome, because you either shop there or you don't, but it's on his terms, So, and that's the choice you have. If you don't like it, go somewhere else,
Yep.
But I don't think
that's your place of business.
Yeah, that's right. At this place, that's his house,
Yep. If I tell you take your shoes off when you walk in my house, you don't want to take your shoes off, don't walk in my house. I ain't letting you walk my house, you don't take your shoes off. If that's my rule.
I think that's the thing that everybody's missing in all this. It's not about politics. It's about people trying to take responsibility, like Sty was saying, and people are making this about politics, and it is not about politics.
Right.
It's about people trying to take responsibility, doing what they think is right. So I'm behind those kind of folks.
Well, see, there you go. See, we got some more input up here. See, this is going somewhere.
Yeah. But
wear a mask
everybody wants to make it a political thing, and it's not. It shouldn't be. It should never be.
But you think there's zero political going on in this?
No, I know there is,
Okay.
and that's what
Okay.
I'm saying. It should not.
Shouldn't be.
It
No.
shouldn't be at all. But there is. It's both sides, and it's ridiculous. And they should all be ashamed of themselves. And if I had my way, every damn person that's in politics right now, we would vote them out of office.
Well, they're all crooks and criminals.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah,
I don't trust anybody on the left. I don't trust anybody on the right.
Let-
They all come out more financially wealthy, or none of them come out the same way they went in when they go into politics, right? Unless you go in and do a 4-year term and you don't toe the line with your side of the party, you don't toe the line for 4 years, then chances are you're going to be out. If you toe the line, it's because you've conformed and you're not doing what you probably went in saying you were going to do, and you toed the line of the party, and that's how you get to stay in. That's how you get to make more money, and that's how you get to come out in a better position than you were when you went in, because they're doing it for themselves. They're not doing it for the people.
And that's why I'm not a Trump guy. It's not even like his policies and stuff. I think he's got some. But yeah, it's just everything is it's 100% one way or 100% the other way. I'll tell you, I voted for Gary Johnson in the last election. I threw my vote in the trash can and voted for Gary Johnson because I could not vote for Trump or Hillary in the last election. I have no idea what I'm going to do on this one.
I'm voting for Sty 2.0.
Yeah,
If Sty would run, I would give him my vote right now.
I've got to write Sty 2.0 in.
Right
That
now.
2.0 though, he's the quiet one.
Is he?
But we got to write him into the ballot.
There you go.
I would vote for Granny down there. If Granny would run, I'd vote for her. You're going to run, Granny?
work. They wouldn't have nothing to bitch about. They'd be too busy.
That's right. Granny put everybody to work.
Because we did learn with
They
Trump.
put a broom in some of their hands because most of them are janitors anyway.
We did learn, though, that getting the most votes doesn't get you elected to president anyways, right?
No, it's all.
We could vote
it's
for
all
Sty 2.0.
rigged system. I mean, yeah. Yeah.
I
think
gotta make a campaign
best
sign for
president
him.
in 30 years.
I got to make a campaign sign for him. Sty 2.0 for president.
Let's do it. Let's start making bumper stickers. You'd sell 1 million of them, I bet.
I wonder if I could get enough subscribers or enough people to vote for Sty, write in Sty 2.0 in their ballots that we'd actually get a mention somewhere.
You might. I'd even wear a Sty 2.0 for president T-shirt if you.
There you go. We got to make those up in Teespring.
Yeah.
Sty 2.0 for president.
Sausage shit, look at that shit.
With sausage saying what? 2024. There you go.
There you go. Mankini.
What's up, Lady Nighthawk? How you doing, my friend?
Hey, Marcy got her package from me today, Phil, and she was so excited to get that Mankini sticker. She was not. She was opening her envelope. She pulled out the Mankini one, and you should have just seen her face light up. It was.
She didn't have a repulsed look on her face.
Oh man, no, she was excited. I thought I was in trouble. I was like, oh, I don't have a Mankini. I'm sorry.
Well, guess what?
Yeah.
Yours went in the mail today. You upgraded from habanero to ghost pepper, so you get a couple more stickers. So you got a couple more stickers went in the mail today.
Yeah, that Mankini will go right on the back of my old pickup. You'll be the talk of our. They will think I'm voting for Joe Biden then, won't they?
Oh no, it's not a little kid. So I mean, do the people? I'm sorry, I'm getting back to this again. So do the people on the left see the same videos that us on the right do of Joe Biden stroking people, their hair, kissing little children on the head, and everything and doing inappropriate stuff.
Yeah, see, that's the thing is Facebook is so tailored to you, to what they
Right.
think you want to see.
Right?
I know I don't see any of that stuff on Facebook. I don't
Okay.
see any, and I'm not a left guy, but I don't see any of that stuff. But if I was looking for it, if I was even talking about it, I think it would show up on my Facebook.
Yeah. I think that's just it. You don't, again, the algorithms, right? The algorithms show you what's going to keep you.
Your cell
on.
phone is listening to you. I guarantee you, your cell phone is listening to what you say.
Well, Mike's bucket was listening to him.
Sewing machine one time, just a random sewing machine, because I saw it too, and the damn thing popped up on my Facebook ads, and I thought, oh man, I'm turning this phone off every time. I'm not using it. So, but yeah, it will cater to you, and you will hear everything you want to hear on social media. So just be careful with that. That's all I will say to folks.
I hear that all the time, but I get both. I get both
One wore out pussy.
constantly. I get both sides hitting my Facebook.
I mean, that is one lazy. I mean, yeah, it's not even laying like a normal cat. It's all like
Yeah.
It's almost like
it's almost like it's playing.
he'll usually he'll sleep with his arm over his face. It's funny as hell.
Like a person. Great.
Just like
Copying you, huh?
I can see the chat. What am I missing? Saucy Shane. Hold
I
on a
don't
second. Let's go back.
You need some other spicy sticker, Ojisan Art. I'll message you later. Oh,
All right. Okay.
have you seen Saucy Shane stickers he made of me?
No, I haven't.
I got mine today.
Oh, did you?
They're out in the
Yeah.
truck. I forgot to bring them in. Doggone it.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's spreading the love of me around with everybody. Yeah.
And it is good when you got
It's a
it.
good sticker. It's a
You
good-
get a good look at it. It's good. That look on your face is to die for.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's the one thing. The one reason I came up here tonight is I just want everybody to be able to have different viewpoints, but not be enemies. We don't have to be enemies on this stuff. Like you said, politics are about bridges and roads and tax, dollars and stuff. It's not about this stuff. We just need to take care of each other on this thing.
And that's why I try to listen to other things. I try not to listen to just what Fox News says, but I have a hard time listening to CNN.
See, I'll tell you how my news feed works. I'll go to like Fox News and CNN and MSNBC. Then I'll even go to that silly OAN. I'll go everywhere. And then I end up on like NPR or something. And I just have to piece it together for myself because they've all got an agenda. All
Oh
of
my
them.
gosh, they do.
And it's silly. And you got to remember that those news networks are there to sell you commercials. That's why they're there. They're not there to give you the correct information. They're there to keep you watching so they can keep selling commercials, So they're going to cater to you just like Facebook does. So just be careful. That's all I'm saying. Make your own mind up. You don't need Wolf Blitzer or Sean Hannity making your mind up. Make it up for yourself.
And it's funny. I think about this too. We can't have anybody that's in our chat that is really, really strong left or strong right because they wouldn't be here.
No.
If they were, because like I got a guy I work with, the guy I was saying that sits next to me on my left. Those people that are that strong one way or another, they wouldn't sit here and listen to this. They wouldn't.
Yeah.
So
See,
you
down
got
here,
Out of place. They'd feel out of place. Yeah.
yeah,
So
down
they
here
are,
where
that hard left and that hard right are the minority.
Yeah. Down here where I'm at, and it's hard for me because if you're not hard right, they just consider you hard left. Like you might as well be an AOC supporter and all that stuff. If I'm not a hard Trump supporter, then I'm definitely in the other side, and it's not that way.
Hey, Jen, how you doing?
I can't convince anybody of that down here.
Well, see, and that the only reason you can't convince them of it is because they're not listening.
Right?
Yeah, they've already made up their mind. Like
Listen.
you said. Yeah.
Does AOC say anything intelligent?
No.
Yeah.
That's
She
one.
would
that's
ruin
one-
it quick.
That's one person on the left. Okay, so there you got a sophomore person in the house that she told the line. She told the line,
How she got elected? I don't know.
and the only way that she's staying there is because she's towing the line.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, because as goofy as she has gotten, and so off. I mean, it's not even far left. Some of it's just you need a psychologist or a shrink. I mean,
Wow.
so it's just we get politicians like that sometimes. They behave themselves real well during their campaigns. Once they get into office, all of a sudden they lose all of their, every mental illness in the world attacks them at once. And it's like I had said, Phil, I spent 26 and a half years, and every one of those years traveling anywhere from 2 to 8 times a year to Capitol Hill. And I spent many a night getting all drunked up, all tanked up at the press club. And you watch all them Republicans and Democrats pack in that place because nothing in there is allowed to leak out. I mean, press, that's a deal they got with the press.
Yeah.
And they get in there and they're buying each other rounds and they're happy-go-lucky. They're the biggest buddies. And the next day you see them on the Senate floor ripping each other's asses apart.
Oh yeah.
And it's because they're all one thing. A politician.
Yeah.
They're all
He's a politician.
They're not
The whole thing is bad.
Once they're off camera, they're buddies. They're golfing together. They're drinking together. They're sleeping with each other's wives and all that shit. I'm telling you.
Do you not think that like the Fox News guys and the CNN guys don't hang out together? I mean, they're all selling the same commercials to you. They're selling the same commercials.
Well, I tell you what, when that CNN reporter, where was that, Atlanta? When the mob turned on them and went after them, it was actually 2 Fox reporters that helped pull him the hell out of there.
Yeah.
They went to his defense right away, man. You bet. They're all buddies.
It's the same business. It's the same business. That's what
it's all about business. And it's like you were saying, OG-san, it's all about money. It's all about the ads that you got to sit through to catch that next hyped up story. And that's why, if you spread yourself across all the different forms of media, then develop your own opinion.
Yeah. I don't believe with any piece of my soul that anybody's going to tell Sty his opinion. Nobody's going to tell Sty his opinion, and that's what I respect about him. Even if his opinion and my opinion don't line up with each other, it doesn't matter. Nobody's going to tell Sty his opinion. Nobody's going to tell me my opinion. Nobody is.
The only thing I ever hope for is that my opinion doesn't really hurt a friend, that they don't take it so bad that it hurts them, Yeah,
and you got to be fluid in life. You can't just be rigid. You can't decide one day that you're this, but you realize you're hurting a bunch of folks, and just stick with it. You got to be fluid. You got to be sympathetic.
The sweet thing about opinions, they can change.
Yeah, exactly.
They can change. I've changed my opinion on things in the past, and there's some things that you could never change my opinion. I just can't imagine it, But yeah, opinions can be changed.
Yeah,
Mike.
So when I was still in the service, and W served his first term. I was a Republican. I was hard right. But W's second term, that kind of opened my eyes up, and that's when I decided nobody was going to tell me what to think about anything. I'm not hard right or hard left from that point on. I just make up my own mind, and I do what's best for the folks around me. And I hope that's how everybody feels about it. You're being fed a lot of stuff from both sides that you just don't need to be listening to.
Oh, sure.
You need to make up your own mind. And no, I'm not running for president.
I couldn't. I couldn't be president. I couldn't be president.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I couldn't put
I couldn't do a press conference because when I'd say, well, okay, I'll take a few questions. First question, all of you shut the fuck up. Bye.
Yeah.
I'd leave.
I'd be drunk too much, I think.
That's it. Yeah. Yeah. We didn't know Sty used a wheelchair. Well, after 2:00 in the afternoon, he does. It's the job.
Yeah. Like I said, I don't want anybody to think that their opinion's not valid. It is 100% valid. Your opinion and how you feel is valid, but you got to respect other people's viewpoint. That's all I'm saying.
Sure. What's up, Bourbon Bounty? How you doing?
There's Jody. All right, I'm going to shut up for a while. I'm going to let everybody else talk.
I'm going to have to get coffee quick here, too.
Hey, just in case nobody knew, if you're watching the thing scrolling along the bottom of the screen, I modified it a little bit. If anybody wants to try anything from Blumloco, we now have a code, eSpicy, for everything spicy, and you get 10% off. So,
That's awesome.
if you guys check out his channel, check out his website, not his channel. Check out his website, see what he's got in there. I do want to say hi and thank all of my members. So if you want to go get a drink or something, I do want to thank all my members. I think I got this all updated. I was messing with it today. So we got our elite chili head people. We got Crazy Ann. We got Donald Morris. We got Dojo's allotment specialist. Get her done, Granny. And Sty North. A couple of my ghost peppers because we don't have room on the other ones. We got Lizzie Ann, E-Waste Mike, and Gemma's Journey Grace. We've also got Carolina Reaper members, Mike's World and Angel Munez Variety Show. We got some more habaneros on here. We got Canoe Hound Adventures, B Wizzle, Saxy Matt, Samantha Lee's Originals, and Squishy Unicorn 4. Also got some more habanero members. We got Ojisan Arts, Bourbon Bounty, Miss Kitty 506, Killdeer Survival, Loopy Lisa, The Sure Shannon Show, Trail Trash Outdoors, Jelly Duck 100, Roman Filer, B Lady, and Simo 2270. Oh, I forgot the 0 on that. We'll have to fix that later. Channel members that are Ghost Peppers, The Hunt for Heat, Saucy Shane, Mo Homesteading, Blake Hurst, Running Water, Stuzex, Joe W, John Stravel, Shane M, Marcedel Arba, Marcy, Teresa Laguerra, and one of our newest members, JCT. I want to thank all of my members. We are 2. If someone's here, think about it this: for 13 cents a day, you can sponsor a child. No, for 13 cents a day, you can get some really cool emojis. And when you come to the channel, you get to use them. So there are some other perks and whatnot. You get a couple of stickers and stuff that I send you and different things like that. So we're literally 2 members away from hitting 40. So
hey,
Phil,
you know I upgraded the Ghost Pepper, right? You remember that?
You upgraded the Ghost Pepper. That's why I sent you the 2 stickers.
Habanero bunch. Yeah.
Yep. So, and when you upgrade, you get the, it's like I did for Ojisan, and what I did for Sty was weird because Sty was habanero day 1, and later that same stream he upgraded to Ghost Pepper. So I only had to send him stickers once until he upgraded to Elite, which is like a week or 2 later. Then we send him. So every time you upgrade, I send you more stickers. So you get more. And then, of course, you go into those levels. I just sent Granny, which I don't know what the dates were on that, but Granny's one of the first ones to get her hoodie. Is on her way. It's already ordered. I showed her the order and everything through Teespring, and it is already on its way. Crazy Ann, I told her, since she's in Norway and they would charge me, an arm and a leg to ship it to Norway, I told her, I said, make one of my, she's made half of my stuff from my Teespring. I says, make one that you want. Let me know what you want, how much it is, and I'll PayPal you the money and order one off of your own site that you've made. So Sty is the next one to get, as well as someone else in there. But yeah, Sty's the next one because his upgrade's soon. So yeah, and then Dojo ditched for a month. Not that he ditched, but he was he had to watch his money for a month. So with Saucy Shane, let's get that new emoji. That's what I'm saying. All I'm saying is about the emoji. I think it'd be cool to stick another emoji in there. So
I just want my mankini sticker. That's all I
well,
want.
it's coming. It's coming.
Stick that right back to the Dodge truck.
Hell, it was mailed out yesterday, so that's Tuesday, or was it this morning? No, it was yesterday, Tuesday. So you should have that thing maybe by Friday or Saturday.
All right, that'll be cool.
So, yep. Oh, Taylor to the Stars. Bounty got wood fire reserved. Oh, they're talking about bourbons. See, you got Taylor to the Stars down there talking about bourbons.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, and my girlfriend steals those stickers. Well, Joe, sometimes you just got to put your foot down there, Joe W. Oh, we don't even see your girlfriend on here. Does your girlfriend watch with you? Does she watch with you? That why she steals your stickers? She should be on here. She should be in have her own little, be in here and making comments and stuff, right? Oh crap! Didn't see you, Saucy Chains. Oh, okay, bro, it muggy. Yeah, it's going to be that way in this place tonight. It's nice and cool. I might sleep down in the basement. I may not go upstairs. I just may sleep down in the basement. I'll get grief for sleeping down in the basement, though. What's wrong? Why did you sleep down in the basement? What's up? Is Tenuous here? Tenuous, where you at? Am I missing Tenuous? I see Tenuous Grip. You here? What's up, Sherry Watson? How you doing? Raven the Blackbird, what's up, man? How you doing? Well, everybody bailed at once. Well, it's a good time to bail, right? Oh, let's see here. I see you. Stive's back.
Well, you know that I get up, walk around my studio, I push my television, it faces right towards my kitchen. I can get my coffee, keep an eye on what's going on, hear everything. Yeah.
Ooh,
never really done.
I had to pee real bad. This is like the third one of these I've had. So.
Yeah.
I just had to do like a cartwheel to the bathroom, and then I was right back.
What's up, Tenuous? So an update today. You guys all remember seeing me eat Satan's Pleasure? Remember seeing Blake Hurst eat Satan's Pleasure? So today, the fourth ranked or fifth ranked person on the League of Fire, you might know him, the Scots Bonnet, James Nixon.
Yep.
He did Satan's Pleasure today, and it wrecked him. He was not a happy camper. He almost didn't get it done in time. And he said the big thing for him, it had a lot of heat. He said it was the insanity salt that was on that. So Blake, you'll be happy to know that one of the top people. I don't know what I consider myself, but one of the top people said he said it was hotter to him than the Nemesis.
Oh,
Yahweh Dafty, yes. So
yeah, you
you
said that it nearly wrecked him. Well, it'll be near direct him in the morning.
Yeah. It's funny.
I've never had anything over 1 million Scoville, so I can't even compare. I can't even imagine it.
Hey, Sherry, do you do anything hot at all, Oji-san?
Yeah, I do some. I got some ghost pepper sauce and stuff. I got some 1 million Scoville stuff, but that's about as hot as I go.
So here would be my thing to you, Oji-san. This would be a good thing to try because it gets progressively hotter. Roger Creer's Bites.
Mm-hmm.
Because you start with a piece of chocolate. That's about 1 ounce of chocolate. That's just regular old ghost peppers in it. And then you go up. Then you go up to one that's got. I think the first one's habanero. Then you go up to one that's got ghost pepper, and then you go up to Carolina Reaper. So you would know after you eat the first one, can I handle something a little bit hotter?
Yeah.
And then you eat the second one. You think it. Can I handle something a little bit hotter? And then you eat the third one.
So I shouldn't just go straight to like a 13 million Scoville toe of Satan or something like that.
No, I didn't do any of that. I mean, I did with the toe of Satan, but
What's the hottest thing you've ever had, Phil? What's the hottest thing you've ever had?
For me, the two things that have wrecked me the worst.
Yeah.
I don't even know if the chug that I did, the 5 bottles chug, wasn't the hottest thing here. It wrecked me in my stomach. Still, probably the hottest thing I've done is the Nemesis. That was 16 minutes. Even though the Rummy Bears have to be a close second, man. But the Nemesis, that kept me going. That kept me wrecked. I did that in the afternoon, like I did the Rummy Bears, and I was awake until 7 o'clock the following morning. So I was up for 13 hours.
Yeah.
Not
See, I'm
with
good
cramps.
if my mouth is burning. I'm good, but the stomach cramps, I don't know about.
That's if you did a bite, you would have to have some carbohydrates, like the peanut butter and jelly sandwich I talk about, things like that in your stomach. You can't half-ass it when you do something like the bites. You can with a tablespoon of sauce on something, but if you were going to actually do something that's a challenge, you can't halfway the stuff in your stomach. You have to overdo what's in your stomach to protect yourself, just in case that hits you differently. And that's why I would recommend the bites, because there are guys that do get the cramps, but if you prep properly, you shouldn't get the cramps from the bites.
How would you rank the one chip challenge, the new one, the black one, the black chip? Nothing.
Yeah, I mean, Roger did 39 of them. My guess was I probably could have done 39 of them. To me, it's not that hot, And the most chili heads, it's not that hot. That's why they do multiples, right?
You were eating the Packy ghost pepper chips the other night. I've had those before.
Yeah.
How much would you rank the one chip challenge above that?
Probably 3 times the heat of one of these chips.
Oh, that's not that bad.
They again, it's a lot of it is a lot of what the marketing for that is. It isn't to me. They don't market that crap to me. They market that crap to the average person, the average Joe that thinks he likes a little something spicy, right?
Yeah.
And then you got all these idiots that have YouTube channels, that have bigger YouTube channels that don't do spicy stuff, that get theatrical. I can't imagine anybody except for maybe my wife, who again says the medium salsa is too hot for her, eating one of those tacky one chip challenges and having to pour milk all in their mouth and all over their face and screaming and yelling and acting.
What are these things? How would you rank these things?
Oh God.
Is that your 2 times spicy ramen noodles?
Yeah. Granny knows all about these. What would you rank these at? Like nothing?
I mean, I don't have to prep my stomach for that.
Yeah,
but I
would struggle getting through this.
Well, see,
I would put on a show, I think.
Okay, so for me, that's more the lip burn than the mouth or stomach burn.
I hate the taste of it. That's the main thing for me. I don't like the taste.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I can. There's certain things I can eat. Has anybody here ever had blazing wings from BW's? I can eat a small batch, which is like 12 of them, and I order them wet without it really affecting my stomach. I don't prep my stomach when I eat those. So those things for a lot of people are just ridiculous, stupid hot. So most of the stuff that we do that are challenges affects you more than what something like that would be. So
yeah,
but
for me, it's more about the taste and the heat.
And to me, that's why I think the bites would be good for you, Ojisan, only because you start off with milk chocolate, you go to white chocolate, and then you go to dark chocolate, and the heat. I mean, you would know by the time you ate the second one if you wanted to take on the third one.
Yeah. I've been watching you guys eat the Rummy Bears now. I mean, I'm seriously thinking about it, but I don't know. I think I may hurt myself with those things.
Well, the Rummy Bears, even though it doesn't say it on the packaging, I believe it's got to have extract. Them little bastards are too hot. One of those little bears are too hot to not have extract in it. I mean, you saw my video with Joe in it and his son Joe, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
if he's got food in his system and he eats one of these little gummy bears, which are probably about 50% bigger than one of these little gummy bears I've got over here.
Yeah.
And all it says it has is Carolina Reaper hot sauce. I mean, I'm sure you've had, something like that. And it gives him cramps. There's got to be extract in it. Even though it doesn't say extract on there's got to be extract in that to make that. I mean, my throat was just the other night. That was bad.
Yeah, I was worried about you a little bit on that stream.
I was worried about me, man. I was sitting there about a pack and a half in, thinking, all right, am I going to be done here at 2?
Yeah.
I
came home from work. Yeah, I came home from work. Marcy was like, "Oh, Phil is shaking and he's hurting bad," and I had to watch the whole thing.
I've never.
Phil, did you do the little nitro?
No.
Oh shucks, because 1 for 1, I would have liked to have heard your opinion on it. For the little nitro. Yeah, that little bugger was pretty stinking hot. It was like you're sucking on a reaper for a long time, and then some.
But I was told by other people that had done the little nitro that the one rummy bear was hotter than a little nitro. That's what I was told.
What I'm thinking from the way you describe it. That's what I'm thinking. And I was just curious.
Arsadale was trying to get me to get some rummy bears. I think she's just trying to beat me up, though.
Hey, you know what? You try something, right? You just it's like I think Blake almost. I think Blake was talking about doing some more things, some more challenges. Because Blake went right in and did a pretty good challenge. Now I think Blake wants to see if he can do this, and Blake wants to see if he can do that. So I think
really, Saucy Shane?
Huh?
Saucy Shane said Little Nitro messed him up. Yeah.
Wow.
Little Nitro was one of my favorite ones. One of my favorite challenges I did.
I got a feeling Saucy Shane does a lot of his stuff on an empty stomach, though. I got a feeling he's I got a feeling he's got a different system going on inside of him than some of us,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've seen him do stuff, and he ain't got nothing on his stomach. And
look at that.
But there's much I'd like to try some. What's?
That's all gold.
It's all gold.
It's all gold plating.
Dang.
I was gonna throw this thing in a garbage can. It was a pinball machine.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a little handheld pinball machine.
So,
looks like
guys,
Marcy Rummy Bears.
She would like to try some. She's not kidding. She's a pepperhead. She eats those noodles I was showing you. Like, she eats them because she likes them. So maybe I get her to try something.
I still got a bunch of those in my cupboard. I got the red ones, the two-time hot ones, and I got the black pack ones like those. I got a bunch of them still in my cupboard. Crazy Ann sent me 2. Well, ended up being 2 boxes, big boxes full of stuff, and I opened them up, found out they were all full of them noodles. All full of them hot noodles. And I eat them for a meal.
Just wants to see me cry.
I just eat them as a meal. But I put a little dab of sour cream on, about a tablespoon of sour cream on top when I'm eating it as a meal. So I got something that I can cool it down with a bit. Rub that sour cream on my lips. Like Phil said, those noodles, they're lip killers.
Yeah. The lips for me burn forever.
Yeah. The rest of the burn wasn't a problem, but boy, the lip burn sucked.
Now, see, I screwed up and ate a raw jalapeno the other night, and I just messed up and touched my nose, and my nose was on fire for like the whole night, and it was just from a jalapeno. So I don't know if I'm ready for all this advanced stuff or not.
I tell you what, I got that Reaper Double X that Phil did. Was that about a week ago? And I took it out of the package. I took the pouch out of the pouch it was in, so I could get the cooking instructions. And I just put the pouch back and set it aside. And all I did was rub my lips like that. And
Right
for
there,
20 minutes, them suckers were just tingling.
oh man.
And I thought, that's on the outside of the pack that was on the outside of that spice.
Yeah.
Ay, ay, ay.
Well, that's the the problem with Carolina Reaper powder. Is it's hard to contain.
Mhm.
I mean, it's so fine. It's not like you got flakes. It's powder.
Oh,
You know, so
Super
any of it
fine
gets on the outside. It doesn't take much to get something and get it on your face. You know, kind of mess with your nose like this. Next thing I've done that several times where I'll do something like this, and my nose will be burning for 30 minutes.
yeah.
And I've got a tolerance, but you know what? When it comes to parts that don't normally get spice to them,
Right.
I don't have a tolerance there.
No.
Bourbon Bounty saying, "Don't do a line of that." No, because we have a friend called Bounty by Observation, Bourbon Bounty, that has done that way too many times, where he has snorted pepper dust, and I don't condone doing that at all. So if he wants to do it, that's fine. But you know, I don't want to. I've seen people rub peppers in their eyes. I think is stupid. I think snorting it is stupid. But again, people think me eating it is stupid. So I'm just not going to do it.
No, I think those other people have the crown for stupid if they're doing that kind of stuff.
And they do it for views, right? They do it for, you know, I do stuff for views. I do too many bottles of hot sauce. I do too many packs of Rummy Bears. I do too many like chocolate candy bars for views, right? They're just, I don't know. I worry that if I snorted something like that, because I've gotten it here and it burnt forever. I imagine if it gets up inside of here,
And your sinuses burning?
oh, that to me would just be, that'd be the worst.
Yeah.
You know, just like when I get it in my eyes and it takes forever for that burn to go away, you know?
That's what she said.
Michael?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Finally.
All right. So again, I apologize. The snorting eggs makes sense. Oh no, but
Yeah.
it didn't burn my nostrils. But it was for views. Were you around there then, Ojisan?
No, I wasn't here yet.
When I was snorting raw eggs, yeah.
Oh, God. That was
Or
nasty.
trying to, anyways.
That was gross.
Have you ate like the century eggs and stuff like that yet?
No, I haven't been able to get my hands. I want to do balut.
Yeah.
I want to do balut. I haven't had a century egg, but I want to.
I would start with the century eggs. Yeah,
I
my
want
wife
the
in the
little
Philippines. I would start with the century eggs. If you can handle that, you might be able to handle balut.
Oh yeah, well those are the old LABs when you smoked alcohol. Yep.
I love those old LA Beast videos.
Yep.
When he ate the cactus, that was the best for me.
That's one of his big ones. Yep. He actually did the Surströmming. He did 2 containers of Surströmming outside of it on his balcony in Los Angeles back in the day. So.
Yeah, I've thought about doing a like a cameo thing. I don't know if I would do him or somebody else, but yeah, he's one of my favorite YouTube channels. Just because he fails so much, that's what I love.
Well, again, he's willing to push himself to or beyond what he can do. So he fails a lot of times because he's going to take himself as far as he can take himself. You know. Well, he still has that problem with the wasabi ball he keeps trying to eat.
Yeah, I
He's done
can't
that
do
a few
wasabi.
I can't even imagine. Oh yeah, the way he vomited after the gallon of Is that why you keep telling me to do Tabasco sauce, Joe? I think I'd have the world's worst cramps if I did Tabasco sauce from the vinegar. I don't know. I think I'd give me probably the world's worst cramps.
Yeah.
Good night, Bourbon Bounty. Have a good time, man. Have a good night, my friend.
Joan Gilton, it's Ice Dragon. That's what I'm baking.
Ice Dragon. What's up, Techno Fire? How are you?
See, I quit smoking like 10 years ago. Then I picked this stupid thing up. And now I'm just hooked on this thing. So just traded one for the other.
Yeah, I don't. Now that I don't drink, I don't do anything. I've never smoked. I've never, I got high here and there, as a teenager, and a few times after I got out of the Marine Corps. But so now I really don't have any other than this thing that I do now, right? This I guess this is my this is what I do to.
Your hot sauce is your high now.
It must. Well, I do. You do enough stuff, you get an endorphin dump. At night that I did those 39 white lightnings, I was pretty freaking. I felt like I was out of my mind.
Yeah,
I can't stop bragging about that night, Phil. Every stream I go on, I tell everybody I was there. I was there when Phil did that stuff.
But I have to crack up at some of these people that eat one of those white lightnings, and they act a fool. As far as how hot that one. It makes me wonder if the original one, the dark chocolate one that I saw. See, the original dark chocolate one, I'd never got one while they were selling them. And I wanted to try one of those because that's kind of when I got started doing this. And it never came around. I thought, you know what? I'm okay. I see how people, it's like doing the world's hottest chocolate. I thought that was going to be a whole lot hotter, especially since I had extract in it.
Yeah.
But it still had to do with volume. It was, that I think there was maybe an ounce total of chocolate there.
Oh, if that.
Yeah.
Oh, if that.
I know that spice and easy thing you did, you just blazed through that, and I think I would have been crying like a little kid out in the yard. I'd have probably been stunting up and everything else. But you just went right through that thing,
They were bribing me today that when I do mine next week, that if I eat at least half of it, they'll send me an exclusive button that they've got. So yeah, I've got to try to make it the half of that. I think
I would make a good show for them. Like I would probably demonstrate how hot it is because I'd be crying and rolling around in the yard.
I'm doing mine out at camp, so yeah, I'm doing full video of the prep, and I'm making it.
Is that cold black coffee in your cup, Mike?
No, it's actually iced tea.
Oh. I wonder, because someone told me, Saucy Shane, you say a half-pound white lightning bar. Someone told me that Willie Pete's made the white lightning for Flavor Spice Company. So I wonder if you got in touch with them. They probably wouldn't, but wouldn't it be cool if they would actually make you one? They wouldn't label it or anything, but you could do it. So, what I do have here that I do see, this is one of those things I only got to prep a little bit for.
You said the caramel's the first part, right?
This one's supposed to be like a speed. You're supposed to try to get better every time that you do it. I think the last time I did it, I did like 6.5 minutes or something. I mean, it's only got, and I say only has, 2 Carolina Reapers and 2 Scorpion Peppers in the entire bar. I mean, it is on their danger level, right? So it's, they did have to make a new level for the Chili Cherry Nightmares and for Nemesis, but yeah, this will be my third one of these that I do is the Moab. See, that might be something for you, Oja-san.
Yeah, the Moab.
The Moab.
Does that cramp you up pretty bad, or?
No, I mean, if I did it on an empty stomach, I've never done it on an empty stomach. If I did it on an empty stomach, quite possibly, but I don't. It is a half a pound, okay? Yeah. So you still got some volume to it, but again, it's still only the equivalent of 4 peppers in it. So I would say you got the equivalent of more than 4 peppers in the bites.
I'm feeling like everybody's going to see me cry on your stream one night when I try to eat a Moab.
Well, you buy something, and I can either come to your channel and do it with you, or we can do it over here.
We would do it over here, right?
Okay.
because I'd be snotting all over the place and probably crying.
I'll be happy to do it at your place.
Yeah, I would probably get real quiet and just fall off the stream for a while. I would put on a show. I'll put it that way. It would be a show. That's what everybody wants to see, right?
Good night, Raven. I mean, that's what gets you views. They were talking about it today with Scott's Bonnet. You know, you got to spew for views, right? He did a thing. He did a thing a couple weeks ago where someone else had done some snuff. You know, the little tobacco packet, and he kept stuffing these tobacco packets in his lips, and he was so like stoned because he doesn't do tobacco and nicotine and stuff.
Oh, man.
He was so messed up for that. And he, of course, he was swallowing it, right? He wasn't spitting. He got to a point, I think about 7 or 8 minutes, and he gets his barf can out. It's just like rocket vomit into this container. It reminds me. Yeah. My first thing with anything like that, I was in Fort Sill, Oklahoma, in artillery training, and we had been out drinking all night long that old 2-3 beer, and we're trying to sneak into the barracks on the back side of this old army barracks where it's got a fire ladder on the outside. It doesn't go up and down. It's just mounted to the outside of the building.
Yeah.
So we're going to climb up this ladder and go into the barracks through this back door. Well, just before we decided to do that, one of the guys like, "Here, you snap at his Copenhagen." He's like, "You want some?" I'm like, "What the hell?" Right? So good on me. I put a good old dip in there, and we're probably outside for another 5-10 minutes. I start going up that ladder drunk, and then that nicotine kicks in.
Oh yeah.
I wound up about halfway up there, chicken winging that ladder. And it took a couple of my buddies to help me get back down. When I got back down to the ground, I was just throwing up all over the place. By the time I got done throwing up, and I threw up a lot, I was like, screw it. I'm just going through the front door. I ain't sneaking in. Yeah, I know, Drop. I know you don't swallow this stuff. But when it's your first time, I wasn't trying to swallow, But
That's what she said.
that's what she said.
Oh man.
I was trying to talk over the radio at work after I ate some of them all. They were like, "Are you okay?" Oh, well, listen, guys. We've been up here for 2 hours and almost 15 minutes. It's 11 o'clock, a little after 11:15. I got a 12.5-hour workday tomorrow.
Yeah.
So I want to thank Oji-san for coming up. I want to thank Sty, Mike, Granny, other people that were up tonight, Crazy Ann, Samantha. I do want to, in a roundabout way, apologize for tonight's stream. It's not the normal, but it'll only be something that I cover periodically, as much as we did tonight. Of course, it did bring a lot of other people in that weren't normally here. You see, at some point in time, we had anywhere from 50 to 55 people at our max in here tonight. So it was good to see some other people in here that we don't. I didn't see a lot of new faces. I just see a lot of the faces that we normally see, and more of them came tonight, which is kind of good too. So hopefully you all learned a little something. Maybe you didn't learn a little something. Maybe we're all a little more tolerant, or maybe we're all a little less tolerant of one another after tonight. But at the end of the day, I think we all want the same thing.
Yeah.
So
Good night, everybody.
Sty, everyone in the chat, Arcade, Will the Rocker, Sausage Saying, Georgiana, B Lady, Joan, Taylor to the Stars, Dr. Smith, everyone. I love you guys. Keep it spicy.
Keep it spicy.
Keep it spicy.